Hi guys, I welcome you in this wonderful video. So there is something interesting that I want to share with you, and I believe that these tips that I'm sharing today are gonna speed up your learning process if you are learning how to trade. This is not only for beginners, but it is for everyone who is pursuing knowledge or education in terms of trading. So one thing that you need to make sure that you avoid as a trader, it is the trap of tutorial hell. Now, I know this is strange because I am making tutorials myself. So how come I'm criticizing tutorials? Ne? So one thing that you need to understand is that when you are watching a video or when you are watching a tutorial here on YouTube or in any other platform, is that your purpose of watching that video, it is not to be entertained, but it is for you to get knowledge. It is for you to get knowledge, and usually the way we traders receive that knowledge, we receive it in a way that is not working for us, which is just wasting our time. Why? Because whatever that we learn from that YouTube video, we don't go and practice it, which means that our learning was just a waste of time. Because if you are learning something, you then have to go on and implement it or try to practice it and see if it really works. But instead, what we do as traders is that we'll see someone sharing a method or sharing a strategy, and we take that strategy, we go to try it for one day, and we see that that strategy doesn't work, and then we make conclusion that a user strategy, and we discard it, and then we go to watch the next video, and again a guy gives us a method, and we take that method, we use it for one day, it doesn't produce the desired result, we then throw it away and we say it doesn't work, and we end up having a pile of methods which don't work, not because they don't work on their own, but because we traders didn't give those methods enough time to prove themselves if they really work or they don't work. The truth is, you cannot make conclusions that a strategy doesn't work by only testing it for one day, only testing it for 3 days. No, you can't make conclusion based on that. So for you to know if a method really works, and okay, one can ask, why should I be interested in a method that doesn't work? The answer is simple. If a method doesn't work, you know as a trader that, okay, at least I don't have to do this in my trading, because it has been proven after I've tested it for enough time, it has been proven that this kind of trading doesn't work. Then you are open to either modify it or move and find a different method. But if you're gonna go and take strategies and only implement them for one day and then throw them away and say they don't work, you are not learning anything, you are just wasting your time, because you will form conclusions which are false. You will say a strategy doesn't work, yet that strategy works, but you just didn't give it enough time. You didn't give it enough time, because there isn't any strategy that is working 100% of the time. There is no method like that. So if you are learning or watching something, watch it, go and practice it. If you're not gonna practice it, don't waste your time watching these trading tutorials, because they are not serving anything. If you want to watch something that entertains you, you can watch movies or anything. But if you want to really learn, watch these videos and then go and practice it. Give these strategies enough time to prove themselves if they really work or they don't work. I hope that is making sense. Another thing, if you are learning or when you are learning to trade, you don't have to focus much on stuff that is not required. For an example, a lot of people will focus much into mastering every kind of indicator, learning about every kind of trading method, learning about every kind of tool. They will be trying to find knowledge on how this tool works. Yes, it's good to find knowledge about tools, but if you don't understand the basics, you will not understand all the tools, because all the tools, all the indicators, they come down to one thing: technical analysis, because technical analysis is derived from psychology, and the market is moved by the psychology of the player. So if you know how technical analysis, or in simple terms, if you know how price action works, if you know trends, if you know supply and demand, if you know patterns, if you know the meaning of candles, what their size mean, if you know the meaning of waves, then you know how to trade. But if you will be knowing how to use the moving average, how to use the stochastic, you don't even know what it tells you. And maybe let's say you know that it tells you that price is overbought, you don't even know what it means for price to be overbought, what are sellers doing when price is overbought, what are buyers doing when price is oversold. You don't even know that. But once you master the basics to know how price action work, how supply and demand work, then you will be able to easily make sense of everything in the market. Even for myself, that's where I really found a breakout or a breakthrough, if I may use a very, very good term. Let me not use a technical term. I found a breakthrough in my trading after I took the time to learn the basics of a market, or the basic of prices and the stock market. Once I understood the basic, and it doesn't even take much to learn the basics, they are just simple, they are plain, they are straightforward. It doesn't take even months or years. Just you reading a simple book and understanding it and try to digest it, you can easily grasp the basics of the market behavior. And once you know that, you will figure out that a lot of the information that is out there is not that effective, or it is not that useful, because a lot of mentors or a lot of traders, they focus much on the stuff that is not useful. They focus much on showing you how to use a particular strategy, which in real life you don't need to know how to use a particular strategy. You just need to know how price behave and how price respond to particular patterns or to particular structures. And then when it comes to indicators, to know what indicators mean or what they tell you. And once you know that, then you can easily formulate your own trading methods, your own trading strategy, and you will not be bound, or you will not be a slave of that particular strategy. A strategy will be here to serve you. And if maybe you see something that is different from the rules of your strategy, you will be bold enough to break those rules, because you are not subject to that trading method, because you know better than the method. Why? Because you are using your brain. You are not fixed like a robot. You are using your brain. You analyze behavior, you analyze the psychology, you analyze the strength, and you make decisions that are a little bit better. So that's what I can say, guys. If you are learning to trade, to speed up your process, forget about watching tutorials every day. If you watch a single tutorial, go and practice what you've learned. Go and experiment and see if it really works. And if it doesn't work, you've benefited something. At least you know that, okay, B doesn't work. You know that I at least have to modify it, I at least have to learn it more, or I have to move and find a different method. But if you're just gonna be changing strategies now and then, if you're gonna be watching like 10 tutorials a day without practicing or absorbing that information, you're just wasting your time. It will really take long for you to master trading. Trading isn't a difficult thing. You just need to be someone who's dedicated into practicing. That's what a lot of traders don't do. Practice, pay attention into the market behaviors. Have enough time to watch the chart, how the price behave. For an example, as you are seeing on the screen, watching just price behavior like that, how the price respond to particular patterns, to particular structures. By that, you will understand, and you will know. You will not rely on particular indicators or tools. You will have the understanding engraved in your mind or inside you. I hope that is making sense. So focus on things that really matter. For an example, a lot of traders also discard a risk management or patience, things that will really produce the result, and they focus only on the technical knowledge, which is not enough, which is not sufficient, although it's good. But things that really matter a lot, it is understanding just the basics of the technical stuff, and then be advanced when it comes to risk management, when it comes to patience, because trading is all about waiting for the right time. And when you find that right time, it's all about waiting and holding your trade until the market changes its movement. But if you don't have those skills, if you don't have patience, if you don't have proper risk management, no matter how much you know price action, that knowledge is just not helping you anyhow, because you have only the technical part. You don't have the most significant part, which is risk management, patience, and all the other features. So make sure, guys, that you only focus on the most important things and forget about being stuck on tutorials. Go out there and test those methods. If a method doesn't work, see how you can improve it, see how you can modify it, do your research. I hope this video is gonna be helpful. Let me just leave it here. I'm not gonna be wasting much of your time. That's what I just wanted to share with you, and I believe that if you do as I'm saying, you'll see change in your trading, you'll see improvement in your trading, because that's really what changed my trading as well. I wasn't progressing, I wasn't achieving anything until I sat down with myself and I analyzed what is it that I'm doing wrong. Yeah. So I hope this video find you well. So thank you for watching.